Hello and welcome to the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Bruce.
My name is Gareth.
We talk about things, we just don't know where they're going to go.
Welcome back. We didn't get to one last week, did we? Just my work schedule was just all over the place.
Yeah, it was. It's sometimes a little unpredictable.
Yeah, so we are doing it now. So that's always
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And this is a subject we've been keen to talk about for a while now. So
yeah. Good old rock, as we both love rock and Korean rock, or known as K rock. So K-pop, is probably the more well-known name.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
K-pop, you'd probably where are they from? BTS from? Are they from Korea or Japan?
I'm not
Korea,
sure.
I think. Okay, hold on.
They were probably one of the first.
They are from Seoul, South Korea. Yes, okay, they
Okay, so
are
they're also Korean.
from Korea. To me, it seems that Korea seems to have the bigger music following going on. Not that any other Asian country doesn't, but
Mm.
Korea seems to be that like major focal point.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like we like we discussed earlier, I saw the stuff coming out of Japan is also massively huge. So I don't know, but yeah, the K-pop thing. I think people when people hear the phrase K-pop, it's probably more familiar
Yeah, that's right. Bubblegum.
than than J rock because J rock is actually a thing as well, and it's just the Japanese rock. You know,
Oh,
they
J
they
Rock,
do
J
they do
Rock,
call it that. Yeah, pretty much.
original,
Yeah,
original
really original.
J Rock.
um,
Well, um, unless you have anything to share. Oh,
uh, yeah.
fire away. If you have anything to
Uh,
share,
well,
you have
yeah,
the floor.
just a little news, a little bit of news from my side. I finally have shot a new show reel for my
Oh,
solo
it's very good.
gigs, which turned out really well.
It's very good.
Yeah, it pays off when you actually use people who know what they're doing to
Yeah,
film you and edit you.
editing and filming. No, you can see it's been done by someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm a lot more confident now in starting to do some networking. And actually, the first solo gig for the year so far has been booked for the 1st of March. So that's good.
Okay, that's good.
My 50% deposit has already been paid, and I'm playing less for the same amount of money, which is really
Oh, that
that's
kind
not
of
bad.
works. That's good.
Yeah, I'm only gonna play 2 sets instead of three, and the client is still paying me
So your
my
normal
fee,
three.
so my normal fee.
So do you send out your show reel?
So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and concentrate on doing a lot more face to face meetings.
Okay.
Um, I was doing it. I was doing face to face, but the thing is, I wouldn't show the client the show reel in the meeting. I'd always just send them the YouTube channel link. Now, because I've got this really short one, I've got a 2 minute version. Got
Oh,
my
because the
laptop,
one,
you know,
oh, that's smart. The one which you had out was like longer, wasn't it, or not?
I think I sent you the 4 minute version, and then my cameraman, my mate, and his mate, whose studio we used to film it, they watched it and they sent me a message saying, "Listen, we could be shorter," and he edited it down to 2 minutes, and it's perfect.
That makes sense because you don't
Yeah,
really want to
definitely.
sit with someone over 4 minutes.
No, exactly. 4 minutes is a long time,
Yeah,
and it's like people don't have the time, people don't have the attention span. So, but I do want to be able to show people in the meeting,
that's good.
so that so we'll see. I'm feeling pretty confident. Um,
Nice one, champ.
yeah, it's going to be good. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh, my only little bit of news is that I managed to break my flat screen TV, so that was kind of fun. That was my excitement of last week. Yeah.
What happened?
but it was actually a good thing. Well, it was a bad thing, but it was a good thing. So my flat screen is on a desk in my room,
Yeah.
and I was working on something. I was trying to put LED lights. This is just me doing what I do on my desk and around on the floor, and I must have pulled it the wrong, and I must have pulled the table, the desk. So the TV
Oh no.
just went boom, and I caught it, but I think there was a screwdriver or something pointy on the top of the desk facing up. So
Oh
obviously when it connected
no.
and it made a nice, it actually broke the screen.
Oh.
So yeah, not good. Now, why I say it was good, well, it was bad, obviously, because that's a flat screen TV. Now I bought it 2 years ago. It cost me $400. So for 2 years ago, that's pretty good. So one of the things when something like that happens, be it my car, electronic, anything like that, first person I cry to is Brendan, just because he
Pretty much, yeah.
it's just Brendan. For guys who don't know, Brendan is one of our mates. He's now in Australia, and literally for me, every important electronic item or vehicle that I've ever bought is with the help of Brendan.
Yeah,
Hands down.
he's that. Every group of friends has got that one tech guy who's just like,
yeah,
he knows everything.
Yeah. So
Brendan's that guy.
Yeah, this laptop, for example, he helped me get it. My car, he helped me. So I was like, Brendan, this sucks, man. This has happened. I don't know what the frig, let me just look and see, what's available. Maybe think of doing it. Maybe not think of doing it. It's probably the fastest choice I've ever made with Brendan. I think in the space of 45 minutes, I already found it. Okay. I have a TV organized. I have a TV stand, but this is a nice one. It's a full TV stand, and it has a special attachment on it that you then. So instead of the wall bracket, the bracket is attached to the wall, to the stand. It's itself. It's very, very cool. Anyway, I thought that my TV was about 55 inches. It was actually only 49. Not only 49. It was 49 inches. This one that I'm getting, let's just say, it's a little bit larger. It's a TV that I've actually wanted to, but I saw it as like a long-term thing. I'll get it one day. One day would be nice. Well, you kind of use the bad for good, don't you? Then out of the damaged TV, I'm getting a TV that I've always wanted for a very long time. Only way that I'm getting it, though, is I'm paying it off over a few months because I can never afford. I can't afford brand new or things in general. Like, here's the money. I just can't afford that. But there's a system here called, it's a company called Afterpay, and you basically will use them through the checkouts, and then you pay off an amount every 2 weeks, interest free. So it worked out perfectly. And the one that he found helped me to find, Brendan, it's worth, I would say the one that I'm getting is probably at least 50% less than what the original pricing is for it. Yeah, it's a place that basically deals with like excess stock, basically excess stock, things like that. And it was basically a big special on it. You could only buy one, so yeah, it's good. And then I found the TV stand as well. That all should be coming in tomorrow, also. And then I'm off on Thursday, and I'm gonna set things up. And yeah, and it happens to be 4K, which is also.
Oh wow!
I just laugh. It's 65 inch.
Jeez, like flipping hell, bro! In your bedroom, yes, it's like killing a fly with a Cadillac, bro.
Yeah, it's not what I had planned. To be completely honest, but because I had some savings and I worked it out that I can afford, it was very affordable actually, only
Okay.
paying a certain amount every 2 weeks. So
It's gonna be like
me and Brendan
sitting
did
in the front.
in the
It's
front
like
seat.
sitting in the front row of
Row.
the cinema. I've done that,
Yes.
bro. It's not fun, bro.
No, I
Yes.
tried it once. It sucks.
Yeah.
No, I didn't plan on it, but it's always fun with Brendan. Sorry, we will get onto our topic right now. It's always fun with Brendan because we'll go like, okay, that's nice, but what if? Ooh, that's got a little bit more,
Oh,
that's a
Jesus.
little bit more specs, and it's like gone from I like that to oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense to get something a lot bigger than I was even thinking of.
Those two little words, hey? Those two little words. What if?
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But hang on a minute. You know, that kind of vibe. Let's
yeah.
or the three. Let's just check. Oh,
Let's
no.
just check. Yeah, let's just check it in your you're in trouble. But
Yeah.
also what's good with Brendan is that he'll always, and I'm always good with Brendan from my side, where we keep this other check, like, can you really afford this? Not like,
Yeah,
we so
yeah.
nice again. But if we both go, that's not really going to happen, then we say, okay,
Rein it
even
in
though
a
you
bit.
want A, let's go for B kind of thing. So yeah, it's all worked out. I'll tell you how my eyesight changes when I see you next week.
Just watch out for that, eh?
Yeah, alrighty. Sorry, that was very long-winded, as we always do in the first 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
you know absolutely drivel about our lives, and you're welcome. You're welcome. K-Rock. Let's get this ball rolling.
K-Rock. There we go. So yeah, so we got so obviously the phrase K-pop is very well known and whatever. It's kind of banded around. You know, a lot of people know what it is. But we're gonna focus on the bands that are a little bit more rock influenced. Still definitely got the pop element, the very easy listening element to them. But I think these guys, because they play their own instruments, you know, there's that other dynamic that makes them it's just gonna sound a lot ballsier and stuff, and especially when they play live as well.
Yeah. I mean,
so
we I think I know. I got you involved. I got you into K-Rock when
definitely.
I showed you the band called 10K Rock.
You did. I was like, what the hell was this?
It's a phenomenal band. When I first watched them and stuff, I was like, it's a little bit, I don't know if this kind of is fair to say. To me, they're a little different to your normal American rock.
Definitely.
They have their own flavor to it, their own phrasing, their own style going on. And when I saw 10K Rock, I was like, this band is, and I'm sure everybody who watches knows that we are both musos, Bruce even more than me. And just being able to appreciate a band for their skill sets and their songwriting, because you can always have a band, you know, but it's always about how do your songs resonate with people, and are you guys actually good? And the one thing which was great with 10K Rock is that seeing them live, so watching them live, okay, I actually haven't seen them live, you know, like their live concerts online. I was telling Bruce, that's when you can tell the band is good or not, when they're not in the studio with the effects and the editing and all that kind of stuff. When the band is actually playing live, that's when you can say they are actually really good at what they do.
Yeah. Look, 10K Rock, they're a four-piece, so one guitar, vocalist, drummer, and bass player. They do work with backing tracks in their shows. You can hear it, but
they don't really.
Yeah. They're not creating that sound just from those four instruments. I could definitely hear there's sort of
keyboard kind of
there's
thing.
strings and all that keyboard stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes.
but but those four guys are still seriously good musicians. They are highly practiced, they really know what they're doing. And this is what I think sets this stuff apart, is that the musicianship is taken very seriously.
Yes.
With all of these bands, it's obviously you can do whatever you like in the studio. You can make everything sound amazing in the studio, but everyone knows that how does it translate live?
100%.
And yeah, the quality of their playing, they're very rehearsed. You can hear everything's like spot on. I'm sure. Even if the band isn't playing to backing tracks, they're definitely playing to click tracks. So they're all keeping everything nicely in time and that kind of thing. There's a precision and a polished finish to all of these live shows, whether it's One OK Rock or some of the other bands we're talking about.
They are
and obviously, right. And I think in the Far East, in your Korea, in Japan, all of that kind of thing, if you're going to learn a musical instrument, there's this attitude of like, you are going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as play a couple of chords. It's like everyone who plays is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's that attitude of like, if you play a musical instrument, you are going to be damn good at it.
Yeah, I mean the amounts of prodigies who have come out of that kind of part of the world is from like the ages of like 4, 5, 6, 7 kind of thing. It's absolutely
It's the old adage of like, you know what? It doesn't matter how good you are. There's some 10-year-old Japanese kid who's gonna wipe the floor with your ass. It's so true.
Yeah, pretty much. What's the first song that I showed you? The first ever song which you listened to of One OK Rock, was that Renegades?
I don't know if that one the first one, but it's a very cool one.
Yes,
I think you might have. Renegades. Yeah, so Renegades. Yeah, Renegades is a cool. I think if anyone wants to get a cool idea of what One OK Rock sounds like, Renegades is cool. And the other cool thing is that they actually wrote it with Ed Sheeran, and you can definitely hear his influence, especially in the verses. The vocalist also kind of you can hear the vocal influence of Ed Sheeran and the phrasing and all of that. But very, very cool rock song, massive chorus, very easy to listen to. And I think in One OK Rock, I think most of their stuff he does sing in English. I don't think they actually sing in Korean.
They have a few
predominantly
songs. It's predominantly English, yes, but they do have songs.
Because I'm seeing a lot of these other bands they're singing mainly in Korean or Japanese with a couple of English phrases thrown in.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, go play that, man.
Let me find our One OK Rock people. And I've actually seen a live concert of theirs online where Ed Sheeran actually appears for that song.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I wouldn't be so. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm sure they would have made that happen.
All right, let's do it.
Gotta find my soul. I've lost my faith in this broken system. Got love for my home. But if we cry, is there anyone listening? What a forgotten generation. We want an open conversation. Follow me on this road. You know we gotta let go. For all of the times that they said it's impossible, they built the hurdles, the walls, and the obstacles. When we're together, you know we're unstoppable now. I'm not afraid to tear it down and build it up again. It's not a fate. We could better renegades. I'm here for you. We're here from the top. Let's start again. We could better renegades.
I love this part.
Cool.
I'm not going to play it all. We will run out of time.
Yeah.
Because we have a few to go through. But yeah, I sorry, my screen's back on again. I love the band. I know I've listened to a lot of their stuff. If they do tours, I think the closest that they have done an American tour, but not to like every single state. But so there is a listenership. But when you look at all their live concerts online, all of their shows in Korea are just completely sold out. It's just like stadium of like 80,000-90,000 people easily.
Yeah.
And yeah, the acoustic riff is very, very Ed Sheeran for sure.
Yeah. The other thing, the other common thread that's running through all of these bands is that they're all like ridiculously young. They're like in their very early 20s. When it comes to the guys, they're all like super, super good looking. They're really, you can see that there's like there's almost like, it's, maybe it's not, but it's like a lot of these bands. I get the idea that they might have been sort of put together, like, a company is going, okay, cool, we want to do this band, we're going to audition this guy, we're going to audition these guys for singers, we're going to audition these guys, and they bring them together, kind of like what they did with the boy bands, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, all of that. And then but maybe some of them don't do that, but
no, because One OK Rock are just a bunch of friends from school.
Okay, so
they weren't made.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, I just realized that my phone, my laptop plug is out and it's going to die. So
okay.
Give me a second.
Okay. Well, so I'll chat a little bit more about these guys. So I am, like I said, I was very impressed with the music, the overall musicianship of a lot of these guys. I love the fact that there's still this sort of old school attitude of excellence when it comes to musicianship, and you can definitely see it in these people's live performances. So there you go.
Yeah, One OK Rock. I'm back. Yeah, One OK Rock is just musically as well. They are so talented, and yes, going on their looks, especially with which we managed to find a few, female rock bands as well. All of them there's the one band there's two bands that I'm going to show and talk about, and the one of them is just like every single person in that band is like smoking hot. It's like they kind of look as if there was like what you've been saying about, we'll choose that person, we'll choose that person, we'll choose that person kind of thing.
With the girls, as you'll see, very much they sort of, it's very much based on almost like their anime characters. That kind of influence when it comes to the look of especially the female bands, and there are a lot of female bands.
But musically they are very good.
So good. Oh my word! Take all the looks away. Wow. So they can play.
If it was just looks, they would be a K-pop band.
Yeah.
But because you have to be a musician, exactly. The looks are part of it, but if you can't play.
Like the one that we do know of. Okay, if we head across the sea a little bit to Japan, there's a band called Baby Metal, and they
are insane.
But the three girls that actually sing in the band do not play the instruments. They are the voices and the look, and they are backed.
I don't like them too.
They're backed by an insane band, but they don't play. Whereas some of the bands that we're going to look at, these girls are all playing their own instruments.
Not some of the bands, all the bands that they were looking.
All of them. Sorry. wording,
Like, which one did we?
language, darling, language.
Sorry, I just got a text from my brother. The Grammys happened, as we know, they're just a pile of shit. But
No, we don't care.
no, but he told me two things that just every year you and me say music is like this whole world of music is just screwed. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the country, who would you think? Okay, rational, I would say irrational, meaning if you were from the Grammys going, we choose this person. So rationally, the country artist of the year, you would think of what? Rationally, like good, like a Luke
Just
Combs, or
Jason
or
Aldean, or
Jason.
or
So
or a Carrie Underwood, or whoever.
yes.
Yeah,
So
that would
looking
be
at
the
that,
rational thought. Yeah.
that's the rational thought. The
Oh,
people
jeez.
in powers who make choices for Grammys, I don't even know what they smoke or who they're paying or who's paying them.
Mhm.
Do you don't want to know? You wouldn't have a. There is one artist who made a country album just because,
Yeah,
and
that was
she's
That was
not
Beyonce.
country at all. Beyonce wins
Beyonce.
country artist of the year.
That's it. We're done.
We're
Goodbye.
fudged, bro. No,
The
really.
world is burning.
No, really. I mean, that's just disgusting. And then he just told me she won album of the year with that album. It's not that good. I'm sorry if you
It's
are
the
a Beyonce
Illuminati. I
fan.
tell you, it's the Illuminati.
It's really not that good. I mean, she's doing country, which is great, you know, and she has the reasoning for it. So it's not that she's not allowed to do country. Anybody can do country, but not everybody can do country well. And it's because it's Beyonce, probably. It's Beyonce. We have to bow down to her because she hasn't been doing music for quite some time. So it kind of makes sense. The irrationality of it all makes sense because it's Beyonce. He could have literally come out with a jazz album or a freaking any album, and they would have been like, oh, the greatest album and the album of the year. What I do find funny, though, is Taylor Swift still has not won album of the year. So that's okay with me.
No, it's fun with me as well.
But Beyonce. Anyway, moving on from that absolute shit show. Carry on to our next one that we or one of them.
Okay. Yeah. So all right. So another one that I had never heard of.
We will be showing segments of the videos because we're not going to do the full ones, otherwise we'll be here for like an hour. Carry on.
Yeah. So one that you sent me that blew me away. These guys, extraordinary heroes. I'd never heard of them, and watched the clip that you sent me, and I was just blown away. These guys are more guys in the band. There's like 6 guys in the band or something. 2 keyboard players, guitar player. They share lead vocals between like several of the band members. Yeah. They're very good. They sing a little bit more in Korean, I'd say. With some English phrases put in, but man alive, the musicianship a little bit more intricate with regards to their music, with their playing and their arrangements. They're not sort of straight ahead. Run OK Rock is cool because they're very like straightforward. You know, rock, great chorus, simple stuff. Their songs are very simple. These guys, a little bit more than that, but my word. So please play that.
This is them live, which is always nice to see what a band sounds when they're live. And these guys technically are, as you say, really good. I love that riff, man. It's so nice. That's a big Marshall stack. Here comes the organ. Oh, this is a really cool. No, don't worry, I'll get to it later. Love it. Just boom. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
That was a great guitar player. Flip, it was nice.
Yes, hey. Oh, musically. Unfortunately, you've got to leave it there. I really don't want to. I want to listen to the whole thing, to be completely honest. But they are so good.
Well, what? Sorry, man.
Yeah.
What did you want to say?
No, you can go.
What got me about them was, okay, that clip that we just showed was just an instrumental intro, and then they still go into the main song.
Yeah.
And what I hear a lot in their stuff of what I've listened to is I hear a huge Muse influence. It goes into that style. The way the guy sings, and then you also have these big rock guitars, but then you have this kind of classical piano happening. And I was like, man alive, they've been listening to a lot of Muse. Or I just hear that influence. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't, I don't know. But that's what it's distorted bass, all of that kind of thing. I'm like, yeah,
Really?
I'm hearing some Muse. Yeah, that's what I got from them.
No, it's good. It's good. I liked though when they pulled in, the electric organ. That was just like,
yes,
this point.
Yeah.
But yes, technically they are very good. And as you say, they spend a lot of their time watching their phrasing and their beats and their structures and their breaks and their absolutely.
Yeah, there's just there's something about these bands really put a lot of emphasis into like a show and a production when it comes to like just that that intro with all of that kind of thing. And I think a lot of bands could probably take more from that if they.
For some reason, it makes me think. Now it's not the same kind of music, but the structure and what they do. For some reason, all of a sudden, I'm thinking of Dream Theater.
They could have, you could that sort of like a bit of prog rock influence.
That kind of style. Yeah. Not
but
to say
not as grandiose, but there is that there.
A little bit of an element into it, yeah.
And if we and just now that you mention a band like Dream Theater, especially in Japan, and I'm pretty sure it's probably the same in Korea as well. There's still a huge market for just guitar-based rock. A lot of the 80s rock bands have still got thriving careers. Back in the 90s when grunge was everything, the anti guitar solo were all over the place. Bands like Mr. Big couldn't walk around in public in Japan because they were so popular in the 90s, because the Japanese still love that type of, it's guitar solos and it's big drums and it's just, and bands like Dream Theater, Arch Enemy, Mr. Big, all of those guitar-based bands still had thriving careers throughout the grunge era, just not in the States. They went far east. It's good. The West doesn't want us. Fine, we'll go find our fans.
As our timing is, this is going to be an episode that's going to be over our 40 minutes because it's just how it is. So please stay with us. We've got three more bands to do a quick little run through. Do you think we should do day 6 and then end with those 2 rock woman bands?
Yeah, day 6 are great because they're very different to One OK Rock and different to Extraordinary Heroes. And then obviously we got to bring the ladies into it as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so day 6. Let's do that one because
let's go with day 6. They are called day 6, and I believe I have the right band. I do indeed. Let's rock and roll, literally. Again, another huge sold out theater. Sold out. Incredible. They don't, you know the way they dress, it doesn't say rock.
No, they're pop. They're like a One Direction, Jonas Brothers type of vibe. They are, yeah, it's definitely that's what they got. But the fact that they all play their own instruments is just fantastic.
There we go. You have to have a good, like, powerful chorus.
It's all about the hook, man. It's all about the hook.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Wim.
Yeah.
So good.
Tell me it's okay to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really have to say much more than that, do we? Yeah.
No. I think the music can speak for itself.
I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think that. I mean, you mentioned the Jonas Brothers. When I was like raving about them, I thought you were gonna be like, buddy, it's Jonas Brothers. Don't even talk about them. But musically, they know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, no, look, I've got I've got that first Jonas Brothers album on CD somewhere in my cupboard here, dude. And it's a good album. I'm still a sucker for a good pop song, man.
I'm a sucker for you.
You know, I was just like, if that hook is there and if the instruments and the arrangement are there, I'm like, go for
it. Thumbs up. Right,
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into the last 2 bands. Both are female rock bands. And we mentioned it before. A lot of there's the look, obviously. To me, it's the look of K-pop, but the sound of K-rock, if that kind of makes sense. And I'm going to put through Rolling Quartz, which is my favorite female band, female K-rock band. And then we'll finish off with the band called Bandmade, which is such a funny name, but you'll understand why. Now, this band... every freaking every musician here is just smoking hot.
Yeah.
So when I first saw it, it's like, okay, it's just going to be looks. I'm not going to be able to play much. Well, let them prove it out.
dirty guy 넌 제발 착각 좀 하지 마 같다는 네 생각 따윈 난 웃어버려 Am I bad? Maybe not I don't care how you feel 그저 널 갖고 놀기엔 충분하니 midnight 더 많은 선물해 그냥 그렇게 날개서 등도해 너도 똑같아 널 바꿀 생각 따윈 없어 Tonight 끝없이 뛰어드는 thriller thriller I'm a killer killer Shut down 이제 막 시작인 걸 hater 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 Look on my nightmare
And before anyone says, oh yeah, it's just a music video, go and watch that song or go and watch them play it live and you'll see they nail it exactly.
Exactly.
You see what happens, you see what with them, you see their look. it's like each one is playing a different character.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
they could be stars out of an anime show. You know, they could be
That's true,
superheroes in an
actually.
anime show.
Yeah.
And they've all got a very specific look, and they've got like they're a character.
And it feels
Very
like
cool.
it feels like that band was probably handpicked. I'm thinking.
I have,
don't
yeah,
know, though.
I
No. But from their look, it kind of feels as if I mean, because like, well, where are you gonna find what? Like 5 or 6 girls at that level,
that's fine, yeah.
looks wise and musician wise. And
Mm.
not to say that you can't make up a group with all your friends, but
Yeah.
it just seems like I don't know. But they're great. I love their music. Who
They're
cares?
still very good. Yeah.
Who really cares where they
And-
came from?
Yeah. And when they play, when those girls play live, there's definitely a serious sort of excellence to the show. They are all
Yes.
they're playing their instruments, they are singing live, they are tight. Yeah, you can see they're all wearing in-ear monitors and stuff. They're all working to click, that's fine. But they are all playing their instruments live. Some of them have backing tracks going, some of them don't. Some of them don't need it.
Yeah.
Depends on the show. It depends on what you want to sound like live. There's nothing wrong with using tracks as long as the band is actually playing most of the actual.
Yeah, I mean,
instrument.
it's very much like I'm Coldplay, who I saw live.
Yeah.
Incredible. They use backtracks because they don't have somebody who will play the keyboards and so forth. And you have to have that feel. But as you say, if they weren't playing properly and knew how to play and sing, then it would just be a backing track that's about it kind of thing. So yes.
I mean, case in point. I mean, when back 12, 13 years ago, when Christian Heath Band was playing, we were a 5-piece band, 2 guitar players, drums, bass, vocals, and we still had backing tracks because that was that electronic element.
That's right.
Cut to our reunion show last year, no backing tracks, and it's still killed. So yeah.
But now, did you guys actually listen to? You had the drummer had a click track on, correct?
When we were playing with tracks.
Yeah. So
the drummer was controlling everything from his laptop, and then he would run a click. He was listening to the click track, and we would then listen to the drummer, which is what I prefer. I've never played live with a click track in my ear. I don't want it.
Yeah. That's fair.
But yeah, that's how we. And then when we did the show live last year, it was also the drummer was just listening to a click.
And that's how the band should be to follow it. But you know what? I really don't think it matters, because if you're good and you're using a track or not, if you're a good band, if you're good musicians, hey.
Yeah, if you're using tracks, you doesn't matter how good you are, you still need that click track just to keep you, because you will fluctuate up and down, and you've got to watch out for that, because you don't want to be out of time with your track.
No.
Oh.
Ellen. Life is good. So nice.
つまらないのいつか聞けすようにイヤホンの音上げて奴らが転ぶ隙狙ってる変優聞かせるわいつだってそうこの世界は4D 立ち止まったらあとこどろ暴走気味とのなされても I don't get 踏み出せ I gotta be on my way またいらな道に興味は見当たらないの Just playing new games 後悔という陰謀のものでかいくぐってこの上ない快感はスリルとともに生き続けて
Yes.
Yes. They definitely
Oh.
know their way around their instruments.
Yeah. And just to clarify, these girls are not from Korea. They are from Japan.
That's the Japanese side of it. Yes.
That's
So
the
we
Japanese side. Yes.
snuck in a Japanese band just to fool you all.
Yeah. And it seems like from my experience and what I was looking at, when it comes to the sort of the rock side of things, it seems like a lot of the bands are predominantly female. It's almost like there's a slight, I don't know, to me, it just seems like a lot more female bands come up when you do searches than male bands. On the metal side of things, they're a little bit more male.
Yeah.
There's a whole metal side of things that's even more extreme, which we won't go into just yet.
I know that's
they're pretty good all those guys are good as well.
Yeah.
So Bandmate, obviously they're all dressed up as maids. They also got the little bit of the anime look, hot little Japanese girls, that kind of thing. But and obviously image, music videos, all of that's all part of the package. It's all part of the marketing.
Absolutely.
But
No, I was going to say, I think that's one of the big things with a lot of the bands, that we have discussed, or just in general in that music genre, is the marketing looks and the whole
the visual.
The visual. Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into that. But take all that away. Any of these bands, male, female, whatever, they can play like absolute flipping demons.
Yeah.
And that is that I think that to me gives it more authenticity. Like, yes, we know it's an image and we know it's like that, and it's all like music videos and hot girls and good looking guys and whatever. But the fact that they do play live, they play their instruments live, and there's the musicianship, we can appreciate that. So they could be as ugly, as trolls and still produce the same kind of music.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it comes across in the studio recordings as well. It's like you can tell when it's all been programmed and all this kind of thing. And maybe there's some drum program going on and whatever, but you can hear the real instruments, which is nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's it. But to blow your mind, one of those bands is coming to New Zealand in a few months. And at first, I didn't know who they were. Only when I started really researching and going. So it's not 1OK Rock, because I would have just told you days ago.
Yeah.
That would have just blown my mind. But Day 6 is coming here.
No way.
Day 6 are coming here. And because of the research and our chats that we've had about these bands, am I now going, actually, that could be worthwhile going to. Because musically, they are just talented.
When are they coming?
That was what I was just doing a search now. They are coming in April.
April. I think you should try and get them in.
April in Auckland. Cool. Yeah. And they're also doing Melbourne and Sydney. So hopefully that's the beginning of more K-Rock. But now that I've actually had a bit of time looking into this music, I actually do have a strong feeling I'm actually going to go.
No, I think you should, man. It's just going to be completely
musically
different experience.
Insane, yeah.
And that's great. I think after this chat, I'm looking at listening to a lot more of this kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Because it's really good, and it's just like got a fresh sound. Because I'm always looking for new bands to listen to and blah blah blah. So maybe I should be looking a little bit more further east.
Further east, exactly.
Further east, yeah.
Exactly. Wow.
So
rock and roll and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was good. It's gone on longer, but that's cool. It's worth it.
Well, man, so. It was a good chat. Always good to talk about new music.
Oh yeah, we could talk for much longer than 50 minutes, but
yes, we could. Well, we got shit to do.
I know. Unfortunately, what do you do? mine's more nighttime right now, so I'm like, yeah,
You got to sleep. Yeah.
not yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay. Good stuff. Well, this has been the Spaghetti Junction podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and engage with us in the comments and tell us your favorites, specifically bands from favorite band from the Far East, Korea, Japan.
if you know of them, and if you don't have one, which one out of the ones that we just discussed do you like the most? Aha.
Exactly. Here we go. Awesome.
Yeah, lovely.
And we will catch you in the next one.
The next one. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Adios. Bye.